on that tonight, Savannah.
All right, we will be watching. Hallie, we'll see you tonight. For now, I'll send it over to you.
All right, thanks, Savannah. We heard the former president talking about that experience over the weekend in Pennsylvania. Let's turn now to the growing demand for answers surrounding the attempt on the former president's life. This morning, a more detailed picture is emerging of the shooter and of the days and hours that led up to Saturday's attempted assassination. Meanwhile, the head of the Secret Service now is being called to Capitol Hill. NBC's Erin McLaughlin joins us now with the very latest. Erin, good morning.
Willie, good morning. While federal investigators have yet to determine a motive, out of a Senate briefing, NBC News has learned that the suspect did visit the rally site in the days prior to the shooting to scope the place out, now part of a detailed timeline that authorities are putting together. This morning, a chilling new video appears to show the shooter walking outside the security perimeter at the rally in Butler, Pennsylvania, before former President Trump took the stage. It's a potentially critical piece of evidence showing the moments leading up to the attempted assassination. Senate members in a briefing Wednesday afternoon provided with a timeline from the FBI and the Secret Service. Three sources familiar with the briefing tell NBC News. According to that timeline, over an hour elapsed between the time the shooter was photographed as a suspicious person and when he opened fire. And 20 minutes before the shooting, Pennsylvania State Police notified the Secret Service of a suspicious person with a rangefinder. 2 minutes later, the Secret Service notified snipers of the suspicious individual. At 6:02 p.m., Mr. Trump walks on stage.
He's on the roof! We have people right here! Right on the roof!
By 6:09, this video shows people yelling they've spotted a person on a rooftop. The first shots ring out just minutes later at 6:11.
Who was in charge of that building? Why wasn't the roof scrutinized? How did all these things happen?
Overnight, a Secret Service spokesperson clarifying to NBC News that they were notified of a suspicious person possibly carrying a backpack and a golf rangefinder that required further investigation, but that it wasn't until he retrieved the weapon and climbed the roof that he was identified as a threat. At the Republican National Convention, senators expressing their frustration to the Secret Service director. A senior law enforcement official telling NBC News the shooter was also found with a transmitter, a remote control for a fireworks detonator next to his body. The House Oversight Committee has subpoenaed the director of the Secret Service to test control for a fireworks detonator next to his body. The House Oversight Committee has subpoenaed the director of the Secret Service to testify in a public hearing this month. The Department of Homeland Security has responded, saying the director is available either later this month or early next month. That according to a letter seen by NBC News. Willie?
All this, as you say, investigators still looking really for a motive in this shooting. Erin McLaughlin in Pennsylvania. Erin, thanks so much. Time now for our first check of the weather for that, of course.